Greg, thank you for coming in today.
Thank you.
I enjoy being around you. You make me happy.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I hope you're well.
I am
happy.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
That's what I was wondering.
Why are we so skeptical of sincerity?
No, something's up.
Something
Something's
is
going
up.
on here.
Yeah,
Something nefarious. I feel
began to
like,
get suspicious.
Yeah.
Mike's about to ask me for something.
You don't trust that Mike Ryan was simply happy to see you?
I mean, I'm here every Tuesday. He doesn't typically say that.
Greg's very rarely complimented.
Thank you, Billy.
Yeah.
He's
Thank
right.
you, Billy.
I just think I just want I
What are you doing?
just being nice to Greg, and
we
we're
have
just
so
this is a
little
moment
room.
that I can.
And I appreciate that.
You guys are the problem.
We have so little room for human interactions in this place. It's bizarre.
Yeah, it really
It's
is.
bizarre that Mike can't
Woody,
look you
your
in
way
the eye.
of getting us in the studio is, all right, chaps.
Yeah. What, do you want me to,
That's not
like,
personal. You're just screaming at a group of people.
He's honestly trying to be. I mean, we're live at 10. Come on.
Yeah, like
your ass is in
it's
gear.
it's 10:01.
All
and
right,
you
chaps
guys-
is a lot better than I'd put it. At the fucking side.
Whittingham is a shepherder of.
I always interpret it for him. I say that. I'll be like, let's go. Shit.
I imagine Whittingham as like a ranch hand.
I would just start coming out and clapping at you. What the fuck is happening?
A ranch hand.
Whittingham, I imagine him. I've accused the people who produce Pardon the Interruption of shepherding sports writers into a pen for 20 years. That's what Whittingham is doing, where we're often literally grazing in my case. And Whittingham will just shoo everyone in the studio so we can do things like the useless sound montage, which Billy Gill has been cooking all show long.
Like meth.
It's a dark day for us losing the way we did and the mistakes that we had.
Our season is in front of us, which is the truth.
Thankful it only counts as one. It's a long season, and we got to get back to work. We got to get these corrections, and we got to get ready to go for a divisional game at home.
That definitely wasn't a team out there today was trying to tank it.
You can't just say we're going to be a tough team, and then all of a sudden it happens.
You know, obviously, we'd like to be in a better position, but we are where we are.
A lot of good things on the special teams, a lot of good things on defense, and some terrific things on offense. When you play in all three phases and make something happen, you give yourself a chance to win.
I don't think today's the time to reflect. Today, I'm just really focused on how we played today and today's game.
I really don't care how it gets done. Win's a win.
I know that it's professional football, and there's a lot of tough guys. I understand that.
Marquez and Juju are really good. Me and Travis are just all right. But we did our part, and we went 3 for 3 with 3 wins in Warzone.
I'm not down and I'm not losing confidence. I'm not going to go hide in the corner. That's not what I'm about.
I thought it was going to be pretty cool to leave out of this game without a touchdown, honestly, and that's just kind of where my head is right now. I'd rather not be close for him to be around here biting our nails at the end of the game.
No one feels good about where we're at. No one feels good about how we played or what we're doing, so.
We didn't make the necessarily splash plays today to secure victory.
We own it. We have to own it to a man. We have to stand up here and own it and make no excuses, and we just got to start digging.
The reality is through 7 games, so we've had to fight really hard to be 4-3.
Yeah, I'm sick of being up here saying the same thing over and over again.
And the name of the game is points, right? We're not scoring enough points.
But I also know that we got a group that's going to come back and try to get one the next time.
Sure, I mean, Gus is unique. You know, Gus is kind of a one-of-a-kind kind of guy.
I thought he was highly competitive. I thought he played to win. I thought he made some plays. Unfortunately, he and we didn't make enough.
He got poked in the eye, and I would say his eye looks terrible right now.
Poor Hackett, man. This guy. He's going to break.
Yes, it's very early. Dan Campbell already sounds broken. We're at the part of the season where his voice doesn't sound as tough anymore,
But he's not hiding in a corner, Dan.
His pregame prowl that he does, like I was watching the CBS pregame coverage just because it was on a TV, and normally he's like strutting around on the field, and he's a former Cowboy, so he walks around with a purpose. He looked a bit sad. He looked a bit morose before the Cowboys game, and I was like, what's happening? I guess they lose a lot. I would expect them to lose a lot, but perhaps they deluded themselves into thinking that they'd be winning a lot. But I was made very palpably sad by what Dan Campbell looked like before that Cowboys game.
Well, you don't want that kind of passion extinguished, but the Lions have been doing it for 70 years. It's a level of incompetence that's a bit hard to fathom, given that the sport legislates equality. They give advantages when you stink.
You hit the Dolphins over the head all the time with, it's been 20 years, and that sounds like such a long time. When you say 70, which is true. It just sounds so much worse. If do you think on Detroit sports radio there's a host that's like, we've been terrible for 70 years?
Mitch Albom.
I want you to recognize, Chris Whittingham, that old knee-jerk one-game sample over here was making the argument, not but a couple of weeks ago, how the Lions had blown it, or rather the Rams had blown it by going with Stafford and not sticking with Goff, because the Lions started the season with a couple of good offensive games, and they've already
Felt like a good take at the time.
broken Dan Campbell.
Can I ask you guys something? Because two of you were, I think, covering sports at the time. I know Greg certainly was, and you were all watching sports at the time. In 1991, it's been told to me that the Detroit Lions were in an NFC championship game. They were a game away from the Super Bowl.
Was that Eric Hipple?
What I think that was Kramer.
Wow.
Eric Kramer.
What was sports media like at the time? What was America like when the Detroit Lions were a game away from the Super Bowl?
I don't remember.
I'm just finding out about it.
I literally don't remember. I was covering the Dolphins then. I only covered the Dolphins 2 years, 90 and 91. So I was focused on that team. But
Time to go to the grid of death.
I don't even remember Detroit being good at all.
Greg Cote has petered out.
Wayne Fonts led them to an NFC championship game.
I am shocked by that.
They got blown out by Washington, which for many in our audience might seem impossible to fathom. That there was an NFC championship game between Detroit and Washington. But I assure you it happened.
That's the most horrific of Thursday night games.
It happened in the 90s. That doesn't seem like it was so long ago, right?
Let's fire up the Kentucky Fried Chicken bucket of death. Greg Cote is ready. Greg Cote, how many times have you lost this season?
I can't keep track. I mean, I'm the biggest loser in the room, I think.
All right.
He successfully avoided having to pick last week by virtue of the fact that we forgot to ask.
Thank you for that.
Him and Tony. So he should pick twice this week, correct? He should pick twice this week because he missed last week?
I think Tony has golden helmet.
No, that's preposterous.
Philly! Yeah!
Wow, nice. Who do they
The
play,
Philadelphia Eagles are at home, 10.5-point favorite against the Steelers.
I'll take them.
Yes, you will.
Yes, I will.
You want to pick a second time here for the one that you missed
I?
last week? Yes.
Can I keep this out?
Yes.
No, I don't want to keep it out.
You have won that one.
Okay.
You don't have to keep that out.
Wait, if
go back in.
if he's picking for last week, the Eagles were on a bye. That's a good helmet to get
Oh
on.
no, that Eagles is this week.
Wait, yeah, should we
This
do
is for
last week's
week.
results?
Yeah, last week's results. So pick last week's results. Do or die right now.
Colts.
Colts,
play?
we lost.
They won last week. No, they
lost.
lost.
They're-
No, if this is retroactive to 2 weeks ago.
No, it's this week. He forgot to pick.
He forgot to pick it
Oh,
last
Philly was,
week.
Philly was
Put it
last
back,
week.
Dad.
All right, so
Philly
the
was
Colts
this week.
lost last week, so put it back.
That's an L. No, don't put it back.
Wait,
Do or-
he gets 2 pulls.
Guys, I'm in charge. No, do or die is one pick.
All right,
You
the
lost.
Eagles were this week or last week?
Oh,
Eagles were apparently
I'm
this
leaving.
week.
oh, Dan's gone. Oh,
Well, hey, wait a
Well,
second.
hold on,
You don't
Tony's
get to
saying
wait.
Time out.
Hold on.
Time
This
out.
was
Dan-
Dan's
Dan-
idea.
Dan-
You don't get
Dan-
to detonate that
He's
bomb and walk
blaming
away
us.
like David Caruso.
Yeah.
You were in this mess because of
He
you.
did this.
This is all brought to you by KFC. Order all your family-style favorites and keep your team fueled all season. That's finger-licking good.
Damn right. So I pick another helmet or not?
Billy?
Why not?
I wish I was reaching for a drumstick, a KFC drumstick
This is
instead of
for-
a helmet. I'll tell you
next
that.
week.
This is next week.
What the hell is this helmet?
The golden
That
helmet.
doesn't count.
The golden helmet of life?
All right, cancel everything.
Why doesn't it count?
Now we have a situation.
Why doesn't it count?
I think. Were you picking for Tony?
The golden
Helmet of life. Thank you. I don't know what this is, but I'll take it. Golden helmet.